All right, when you first log into the Google Home application, you're going to see more than just the Google Home itself, because Google Home, the app, is a place where your Chromecast lives, your Chromecast audio, all of that lives inside of this app. So on the first page, when you first log in, it kind of shows you these promotions that are going on. But if we come over here to the upper right-hand corner, this is going to be for your devices. Over here, this hamburger button is the general Google account information. I'm not going to show you that because it's the overall account, not for the Home Mini. Clicking on there, here we got the Google Home Mini, and it is currently listed as living room speaker. Notice they do not match the color to your speaker. I have the black variant, not the gray variant. And I can start it with saying this trigger phrase, and I have two linked devices. I have the Chromecast version 2 and the living room speaker, which is this device. You'll notice it also shows you the dates that they were added for connection to this device. So we're just going to scroll back because we want the options for the Google Home Mini itself. So you come over here, hit the hamburger button, and we can go to settings, guest mode, or reboot. In this case, I'm going to take you into settings. Now above here will show the linked account. So that's my personal email, not showing you that. So here, Google Assistant settings. You have music, home control, shopping lists, and more. So we're going to start with music. If we select music, it will show you all the possible things that you can link to. So here are the linkable items. You can also select which one you want to have as your default. You can see currently I have Pandora set as my default. You can say no default user or provider. These are the music options that you have to choose from. You do have Spotify, but I don't have Spotify. They do have free service available, but I'm not going to be using that. And again, from there, you can My Activity for the music, go to Google Activity Controls. So if I show you My Activity, it'll bring up a browser. So I'm not going to do that because I'm going to stay within the app itself. Going back, Home Controls. So this shows you all the devices that you have linked to this item. It will also show you rooms. So I have 2 rooms set up with smart home devices. I have the living room with 3 devices and the master bedroom set up with 3 devices. If I click on one, it will show you those devices and allow you to pick more devices if you want. So here you can see in this room, the living room, I have a light switch, I have the speaker, and I have a TV smart switch. Now, one is a Belkin Wemo, the other is a TP-Link. So both of those work. And after the application, I'm going to talk to you about how setting up those particular items was. Down here, I can select other items if I wanted to add them to the living room. I can select done, delete, or go back, or again, that activity button over there. I'm not going to use that. I'm going to hit the back button over here. Coming back to the My Devices, again, Assistant will show you this. Here we have the items that are linked under the TP Casa, and then here we have the Wemo. And then we have 2 devices aren't listed as being assigned to a room. I can assign them if I wanted to. So I changed what used to be my air conditioning, because I'm not using it during the winter time, to my Christmas lights. So realistically, what I should do is change Christmas lights here to go to the master bedroom. So here, or to the living room. So right now, if I click on that, I can change it and say living room, and we wait. And now it's been changed to the living room. So now it's going to be grouped with the living room stuff. Coming back. So that was home controls. We're checking shopping lists. If I had a shopping list, I could check it through here. Again, it's going to try and launch a browser. I'm not going to do that. More is just that. It's going to ask you personal information, preferences, payments, shared devices, devices listed, music, home control, news, My Day, TV speaker. All of these are ways that you can personalize the use of the Home Mini to you. Now, there's a lot of sensitive information in there, so sadly, I will not be walking you through that, but know that's where you go to get that information. Device info, you have alarms and timers. You can set the alarm and timer volume from here. Again, help and feedback. Name, if I wanted to change the name. So I'm going to cancel because I accidentally hit the Wi-Fi. If I wanted to change the name, I can do so right there. You can forget your Wi-Fi network. You can turn guest mode on or off, accessibility sound, so you can turn accessibility sounds on or off. So start request, you can turn the sound on, end request, you can turn the sound off. This way, it's another audio cue that things are happening. Preview program, don't use that, so I'm not going to pretend that I know what that is. Enable night mode, I do have this on, which will reduce the volume and the LED lights during, nighttime hours. Also, you have lower volume when listening. So when you're talking to the assistant, let's say you have a music program on in the background, it will turn that down so that you can actually, or so the assistant can better hear you. Let others control your casted media. This is up to you if you want to do this or not. And paired Bluetooth devices. Currently, I don't have any paired Bluetooth devices. Keep in mind that the paired Bluetooth devices are more like your smartphones and things like that, because it's not going to want to pair with a speaker, because Google wants you to use Chrome Audio to pair with that. So it'll let you pair with that, but not necessarily a Bluetooth speaker. Here you have equalizer, so if you want to mess with the way that it sounds, not the best coming out of it already, but if you wanted to, you could play with that there. And then you have privacy, send Google Home Mini device usage data and crash reports. So this is hit and miss. Maybe you don't want to send them data, you turn that off. If you want to, you can leave that on. I currently have it on because really I was testing it, so I'm not telling it a lot of stuff, but if I plan on using it more, I might turn that off, just because Google knows enough about me already. And down here you have information. So that's just system, firmware, blah, blah, blah. So that is all the stuff that you can do just for the Google Home Mini itself. The information that you can change and add. I did not show you the one section because, well, it's just too much private information to show on camera. Sorry. So there you go. That is what the Google Home app can do for the Google Home Mini.